When Jonathan Antoine stepped onto the stage of Britain's Got Talent in 2012, the world saw a shy, overweight 17-year-old, but what they heard was a voice that would stop time. At that moment, millions were stunned by the raw, operatic beauty pouring out of a teenager who had spent most of his life trying to disappear. But behind that one powerful performance was a story filled with pain, resilience, and a secret kept for nearly 3 decades. Born in Essex in 1995, Jonathan's life was marked by quiet torment. From as young as 4 years old, he was bullied mercilessly for his weight. Food became both comfort and prison. Teachers would find him sobbing alone, and even his mother watched helplessly as he spiraled into early depression. What no one knew at the time was that Jonathan wasn't just sensitive, he was neurologically different. His extraordinary ear for music, including perfect pitch and memory for full compositions, would later be linked to a rare form of savant syndrome. But in those early years, he was just the fat kid who sang to himself. That all began to change thanks to a substitute music teacher who overheard him sing. His voice, a tenor filled with maturity, vibrato, and strength, was described as Pavarotti trapped in a child's body. From there, Jonathan's talent snowballed. He dominated music festivals, gained acceptance into the elite Royal Academy of Music's junior program, and started formal training. But the pain didn't stop. By 15, he weighed nearly 300 pounds and still battled crushing anxiety. Then came a defining partnership with the outgoing Charlotte Giaconelli. She became his duet partner and emotional anchor. Together, they sang in local churches, retirement homes, and small charity events. But it was Charlotte's persistence that finally pushed Jonathan to audition for Britain's Got Talent. Even before he sang a note, Simon Cowell cruelly mocked his appearance on live TV. But when Jonathan sang The Prayer with Charlotte, the room exploded. Judges, audience members, everyone stood in stunned applause. Cowell himself changed his tune, calling Jonathan a future star. The audition went viral, reaching millions across the globe. In that moment, a bullied boy became an international sensation. Despite the fame, Jonathan stayed grounded. When Simon suggested he ditch Charlotte and go solo, Jonathan refused. "We came as a duo, and we're staying as a duo," he said, winning hearts all over again. Their debut album sold over 250,000 copies, but behind the scenes, artistic differences grew. Jonathan wanted to pursue opera. Charlotte leaned toward musical theater. In 2014, they officially split. It was painful, but necessary. Alone, Jonathan feared he might crumble. But instead, he rebuilt. His solo album Tenore hit #1 on the UK classical chart. He performed alongside legends like Placido Domingo and collaborated with the Royal Philharmonic Orchestra. He lost over 70 pounds, managed a long misunderstood thyroid condition, and committed to walking 10,000 steps a day, missing only twice in years. Then in 2023, he finally shared the truth that had shaped his entire life. He had been diagnosed with autism at 27. It was the piece that made all his struggles make sense: his emotional intensity, his social anxiety, his sensory overload. But rather than hiding, Jonathan used his platform to educate others. He became an advocate for neurodiversity, speaking openly on World Autism Awareness Day and supporting mental health campaigns. Today, Jonathan Antoine is more than a voice. He's a symbol of resilience. With 5 successful albums, over 64 million views on YouTube, and a net worth of $4 million, he's still true to the art form that saved him. A documentary about his life, Beyond the High C, is now in development. And with every note he sings, he reminds us that the most powerful voices often come from the quietest corners. If you found Jonathan's story as powerful as his voice, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell icon so you never miss an inspiring story from StarLoop News.